Yeah, and that's the key to digital learning done well. Not the old next stuff. You never want to go back to that. I mean, the data tells us nobody goes back unless they have to, right? But I think it's interesting, again, you look at the behavior, even for my kids watching a Few School video, they will pause it and they'll stop and they'll go back and they will then go through it a couple of times. But it's interesting though, because if they use that video in a classroom, they're still running it in the old way, right? It's still, everyone watch it beginning to the end. No one gets to stop it. That you put a PC in front of them, a mobile phone in front of them, and say you're now in charge to answer the question. We did this as an experiment years ago, right, in South Africa, and we bought a bunch of £20 cheap phones, gave it to the school, and then downloaded the maths content ontowards it. And they changed for a couple of weeks. They changed the style of education, and everyone was running a project in a group of two. They're able to answer their own questions and learn from the mobile phones. And the teacher spent 4 times more time facilitating, coaching, helping, rather than being deliver the message. And 95% of the kids was like, oh, I love this, right? I love it, right? Because to your bit, if they don't get it, they're able to go back. They don't have to run at that pace that everybody else is running at, that we're all exactly programmed the same way. And we've perfectly tuned in the way of learning that everybody's going to get it first time round. It's just, I mean, it's okay before technology came.
You got 30 kids in that class. You know, not everybody is going to pick up the information at the same pace. So be able to do that.
All with the same explanation, right? All the explanation.
Yeah.
And therefore, I absolutely do believe that digital education is absolutely core to it. And having personalized devices, laptops, PCs, tablets, and so forth, right? That allows the kids to be able to run at their own way. And bearing in mind that, you know, whether that's a kid or whether that's an adult, we're all neurological different, right? So, and you look at the groups of us that are neurodivergent, people with dyslexia or ADHD or autism and so forth. Of course, we're all going to learn a different way. So how can those 15 or 20% of people that are neurodivergent be, which is the same as in companies, especially in tech companies, where it's probably even more, and everyone's given the same way of learning? It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is when you think about it, but we've done it for so many years. It's like, what?
Well, because there was an alternative, right? Because there wasn't an easy alternative. So I think, again, you've done it. We did it the way we always did because it wasn't a better way. So you just do the best you can with the tools you got. The exciting thing is now there's not the only way anymore. You can now absolutely personalize it to the individual and to the context.